So I just came to a spot where I don't normally come to, and I found a couple of whitetail bedded over here. One of them is a really good whitetail buck, and that's him right there at about 320 yards out. But the thing is, there could easily be another big one back there. So I really want to double check to make sure we don't see anything besides this buck here. But then again, if we take like a 320 yard shot on this buck, I don't think any other bucks would spook. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go for this buck since he's perfectly broadside at about 320 out. Okay, so there he is right there. Wow! That was a perfect shot. I mean, we just dropped him in his tracks at 320 yards. Okay, so as we're approaching here, I can still see only the 3 does that we saw from before, and our big buck, of course, that's down right there. I checked left, I checked right, and I don't see any sign of any other deer in the area. So I would have to say that we got the only big buck in this area. So let's go over and go grab him. Alright, nice whitetail buck, and he's going to score 228 gold. Ended up with a double lung liver at 307 yards out, and we'll get 681 cash, but that's a beautiful gold whitetail buck right there. Ah, you know what? The one side's way smaller than his other side, so that's why we didn't really get as many points as we normally would have. That probably would have been like a 240, 250s whitetail buck, but nonetheless, not a bad buck to start off this hunt. Well, we're just heading to our next spot, and I already jumped up 2 nice whitetail bucks. I couldn't see exactly how big they were because they ran through this brush, but I see one of them right there. So what I want to do is get set up on these guys. We have the bow, so if they come close enough, we might use that. Okay, so it looks like the doe's coming this way, and if she comes this way, the buck should come right past. Ooh, that's going to be him right there. That's pretty much guaranteed going to be him. He's about 60 out right there, but he should come a little bit closer. Honestly, if this doe's going to come this way, I feel like he should come this way as well. In fact, let's put out a call so we can maybe get this buck to come a little bit closer. The doe's probably going to spook, but we should be alright with our big buck here. A really good whitetail buck. And then we also have the other buck, which was... okay. Let's get ready. Change the plans here because this buck's coming so close. Woo! Ended up just going for a double lung liver because he was literally like 5 yards away from us. Wow. But I'll take it. That's a really nice whitetail buck. Gonna score 217 gold and left lung liver stomach at 6 yards away. Well, with this new update, the elk are supposed to be fixed now, and we have a decent bull out here. That's actually a 4. We have an estimate of 241 to 310 on him. So I'm gonna try and take an estimate of... oh man, is he really gonna stop just like that? Well, we'll have to get him to turn a little more broadside, but I want to try and say he's gonna score, you know, more towards the low end. So I would still say, well, I think like 270 is gold. So I'm going to say this bull's going to be like 280. So let's just go for that. 280. So if we're within like, you know, 15 points, then it seems like the elk should be fixed. But for now, we got to get this to turn a little bit more broadside. All right, that should work. Yep, that'll work. And here's our bull. That's going to score 276. I called 280. So it definitely looks like the elk are finally fixed. Double lung at 180 yards out, but that's pretty awesome right there. And I was right, 270 is gold. You need 272 to beat gold. So that right there is a really good bull. And I am so glad to see that he scores what he's supposed to actually score. Okay, that is a pretty cool looking elk. Honestly, this elk here, that looks so cool. I really like that a lot. But this bull here, that's a giant. Now, since the last bull that we just got scored 278, I would have to say that this bull is going to be somewhere around 330. Yeah, probably close to that 340s mark. That's a giant bull right there. He's about 190 out. We're sitting in a tripod right now, but he's going to come over to here. Yep, he's gonna come right there. That's also gonna be, you know what? I kind of want to take an estimate on this bull too. 240 to 311. I would say this bull's gonna be like a 282, something like that. But that's our big bull right there, stopped at 138 yards away. And you know what? We have a perfect wind. I think what we might do is try and take these 600s, use the bow, and go for about like a 140 yard double lung shot on this big bull. So let's see if we can't zero in for 140. $126. That should work. Want to catch our breath. I also want to wait for the light to come out a little bit more and hope that it stops raining. Okay, good. Oh, he's walking now. It's like he knows we're drawing back on him. I kind of wish we could just use that red dot and put it right on him, but we can't. This is going to be awesome though. 130 yards with the bow on a big old bull elk. Oh, he smoked. He smoked. Come on. Come on, go down. Oh my god, he just piled up. He just piled up. 130 yards out and we just smoked that monster bull. He's down right there. But what I was going to say is we should be able to find out what this one's going to score as well. I don't want to go for a front-on shot with the M1, but he should turn eventually. That first shot was actually a little bit far back, but the second one should have been good. Okay guys, how cool is this? We have a really good vital hit right here, and there lays our bull, maybe like 40 yards away. Big old bull elk. And I said he was going to score, what, 340, I believe? 330s or 340s? Yeah, I think 330s or 340s will be about what this bull should score. I really do. He's going to score 304. Okay, so I was definitely a bit off on that. And now that I look at this bull, I mean, that's a giant bull. But double lung at 138 yards with a bow. Wow, this thing shoots high. Okay, here's the thing. If you're taking a shot with a bow and this rangefinder sight at over 100 yards, you want to hold low. I was zeroed in for 130, I believe, and I held it for the top of the heart, which would have been like right here. And it looks like we hit maybe like 6-8 inches high. I mean, it was still smoke. Perfect shot, don't get me wrong. But make sure you hold low. Now, I would still say that this bull should have scored somewhere around 330s. But 300 and a gold, I mean, that's still a giant. So it's, I mean, the last bull we got scored what, 278? This one scores 300. So we're looking at like, you know, 25 points more than the last bull, which kind of makes sense. But I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Do you think this bull should have scored more, or do you think that's right? Well, I guess we don't have to look too far for him, because there he is laying right there. So the second shot must have been a nice vital hit. Let's find out. I said he was going to score 280s. 276. So, wow. I thought the first shot wasn't that good, but that was actually double lung at 140 out. How did I think that that wasn't a good shot? I mean, you really couldn't make a better shot than that. It was almost a double lung heart shot at 140 yards out. But this bull here has a very cool rack. I like from the side like that, where it looks like it's going straight back. Especially like coming from this angle here. It kind of has like a square rack to it, where it just goes out and then straight back. I really do like this bull, but 276 is really close to my 280 guess that I thought that this bull would score. Okay, so before we continue on, I want to show you where we got that first whitetail, the big bull, and then the following biggest bull that we got of the hunt. We're over here by Kelburn, and when I said I've never hunted here before, there's these three little, well, I guess they're kind of like lakes, but they're really not because they're smaller. I would technically call it like a pothole because it looks like a duck would be swimming in there. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is basically the water that you're looking at. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a lake. I wouldn't even call it a pond. I would call this like a pothole for ducks. And I did set up here for ducks because it looks like it would be absolutely incredible, but no ducks came to this spot. So I just sat there for like 20 minutes and nothing came in. But anyways, I came over there, and this need zone right here from 5:30 until 9 o'clock is where we found the whitetail. Then we got the second whitetail buck here at this need zone from 5 until 9:30. When you come to this spot, what you want to do is actually swing to the right and then go towards the river. Once you do that, then you can cut back this way and hunt the river. But what I used to do for so long is just run down this bridge right to this point here. And a lot of times there's so many animals that are sitting right here that you just don't see. So again, when you're hunting at Kelburn, go north, and then once you get to like this first lake, then cut over to the river and then cut back this way, and then you can hunt along the edge of this river here. But then the last big bull that we just got, the giant, that I think should have scored like 340s, came from over here at Belmont Lake at what was it? Well, 5:30 in the morning, and the zone is right here from 5 o'clock until 9:30. That big old bull was right here bedded, and I bet he came over here to get a drink, and we smoked him at 140 yards. So there's been a really good reason why I haven't hunted this spot lately, and that's because every time I come here I only find blacktail, but then I just found that's a giant diamond potential whitetail buck about 200 yards away, and I actually see even more deer back there as well. Doe. Okay, so maybe there's just a doe. But that buck is a massive buck. So what I want to do is lay prone. Actually, it looks like he just stepped forward a little bit, so that's almost perfect. Now, that should have been double lung spinal cord. I held for the spine, but 200, it should have dropped just a little bit, and that should have been double lung spinal cord. That's the other two. Is that the two? That's a big whitetail buck as well. Yeah, that's the other two. Okay. Well, let's go over and go find out how we did. Well, we didn't find a great one, but that's a giant diamond whitetail, and we actually got a double lung at 207 yards out. He's going to score 283.7, a massive diamond whitetail buck. So in case you're wondering where we just got that giant diamond whitetail buck, we're over here at the Mushroom Lake is what I call it. It's the South Chille outpost, and this spot here is where we got him at 12:30 until 15. I came here at 1300, and this is actually the same exact spot that I got my biggest diamond whitetail ever, a 1000 OG diamond whitetail. But what's important about this spot is 9 times out of 10 I'll go all the way down from this lodge right to this point here, and I'll stop. Well, you can only really see to like right here. This time what I did was I continued on a little bit further and got to right here. And as I crept forward more and more, that's when I saw that big 2 right about here. And then I got to this point here, and that's when we spotted the diamond whitetail buck. So let's take a look at the shot. I thought we might have hit spinal cord, but it looks like we literally hit right below the spinal cord there. Still caught double lung, which ended up taking him down right in his tracks. And a massive diamond whitetail buck. And like I said, we didn't find a great one, but this guy will definitely do for now. I'm so happy with this, and I think that's going to be it for this video. Let's just get this mounted first before anything else happens. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wish you luck at finding a great one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.